Welcome to part 2 of our Parts of Speech series. In the first lesson, we did an overview of the 8 parts of speech. In this lesson, we're going to be looking specifically at the noun. So this entire lesson is just going to be focused on nouns, everything you ever wanted to know but were afraid to ask. Nouns are quite important. As the novelist and historian A.B. Guthrie said, nouns and verbs are the guts of the language. Very eloquent. So what is a noun? A noun, as we defined it in the overview, could be simply defined as a person, place, or thing. But as I mentioned in the overview, there is a little bit more to it than just that. Yes, a person. And by that, it could be a general person, like I could say the woman, the mother, the shopkeeper. But it could also be a specific person, which would be a proper noun. So like Dolly Parton would be a noun. She's a person, and she, in this case, is a specific person. A noun can also be a place. And again, it could be general, but it could also be a specific place. A noun can be a thing. A noun can be a concept or an idea, like the theory of evolution would be a noun. A noun can be an emotion or a state of being, like grief. That's a noun. The little light bulb indicates that we have a pro tip here for you. If the word a, an, or the, in other words, an article, comes right before the word or a number comes right before it, it's most likely a noun. Now, sometimes there's an adjective between them, so be careful on that pro tip, but usually the next word's going to be a noun. And actually, I have a second little pro tip for you. If you can interact with it with any of your 5 senses, so if you can see it, hear it, taste it, smell it, touch it, if you can imagine it, if you can have any sort of reaction to it, like wanting it or fearing it, it's a noun. So if you can see it in your mind's eye when you're imagining, it's a noun. So let's look closer at what do I mean when I say a person is a noun. It could be a general person, a man, woman, child, baby. As I mentioned, could be a specific individual, Queen Latifah, Mrs. Lynch, Fred, Dr. Colbert. It could be a fictional character or a mythic figure, Katniss Everdeen, Paddington Bear, Loki. A person could be a role, occupation, or position, wife, doctor, president, friend, musician. Those are all nouns. And it actually can even be a non-human. Chance, that's my dog, Groot, Norbert. So all of these would be examples of a person for a noun. If you encounter any of these words, they are nouns. What do I mean when I say a place is a noun? Well, it could be a general place, the church, the store, downtown. It could be specific, Buc-ee's, Taco Casa. It can be a general location, city, state, town, neighborhood, country, continent, planet. Could be a specific location, Tuscaloosa, Michigan, Interstate 95, Switzerland, Asia, Neptune. Could even be a fictional specific location like Narnia. It can be a direction, east, west, north, south. Now do be careful because sometimes directions can also act as adjectives. So you have to look at how it's being used. But generally, any of these could be a place. So they would be a noun. What do I mean by a thing? Anything you can use your senses on. So if you can touch, see, taste, smell, or hear, that's a thing. So there's general things like mug, taco, dog, fingernail. Name brand things like Skechers, Nintendo, iPhone. So obviously there's a lot of things that could be considered a thing. All right. A concept or idea. Now, these are just some examples. There's a lot more examples than just these. But a concept or idea might be like a subject that's taught in school or something that a professional might specialize in, like science, law, history, math. It could also be something that you might study within a class, like evolution, gravity, thermodynamics, erosion. Think of scientific or math principles that you have to learn, or historian skills that you have to learn, like inference. Those are all concepts or ideas. A little trick is you could think, would I be taught about this in a class potentially? And that might help you. A noun could also be a state of being or emotion. So a state of being would be like a physical state or condition rather than a mental state, usually of people, like solidarity, chaos, peace, vacancy, impermanence, presence, activation, existence. Emotions or feelings like happiness, exhaustion, callousness, nostalgia, presumptuousness, I love that word, loquacity, I like that word even better. Anger, love, charisma, that's another great word. So a couple of hints. Many state of being or emotion nouns will end in ity, tion, ence, ance, or ness. So if you see a word with one of those endings, that word's going to be a noun. Now, another little trick that you can use. Try sticking the word into this little sample sentence, his blank made me annoyed. If grammatically this makes sense, then it's definitely a noun. So you could say, his callousness made me annoyed. Yep, that makes sense grammatically. That word's a noun. His anger made me annoyed. Yep, makes perfect sense. Now, it doesn't work 100% of the time, but it often works. Let's do a little practice. Can you pick out all of the nouns from these words? So you might want to pause the video here and you can work on it at home and then come back to the video. For everybody else, let's go ahead and move forward. Which words are nouns? Is ouch a noun? Nope, that would be an interjection. What about coffee? Yes. Wished? Nope. Gravity? Yep. Happy? No. If you wanted that one to be a noun, the noun form is happiness. And notice it's got that ness ending that I mentioned. Harry Potter. Yep, definitely a noun, proper noun. Paris. Also a noun. Think. Not a noun, that's a verb. Joy. That's a noun. Her. Nope, that's a pronoun. After. Nope, that'd be a preposition. And very. Nope. Okay, so out of all those, we had 5 nouns. Let's talk about proper nouns. Yes, they're very proper. Specific names of people, locations, brands, companies, organizations, etc. are called proper nouns. So when you are writing, proper nouns must be capitalized no matter where they appear in the sentence. So it doesn't have to be the first word of the sentence. It can be in the middle. Wherever you're using a proper noun, you need to make sure that you capitalize it. So for example, Stephanie, Pepsi, South Korea, Skechers, Taco Casa. I got tacos on the brain today. Crimson Tide. Those all get capitalized. So let's look at a sample sentence and see if we can figure out which words are nouns. This is going to be kind of an in-depth exercise, so if you feel like you've already grasped nouns, you might want to skip ahead because we're going to spend a little bit of time on this sentence. So here is our sentence. She and her cousin Susan swam for hours in the wonderfully blue lake. We're going to go at this word for word. So remember, if you're not sure if a word is a noun or not, think about whether you could interact with the word if you encountered it. Could you touch it, smell it, see it, hear it, or taste it? Could you experience a reaction to it, like wanting it or disliking it? Is it something a person could learn about in school or college? Also remember, the word has to stay in the exact same form used in the sentence with no background information or context or changing. So if you have to change the form of the word in order to make it a noun, it's not a noun. All right. So let's start with the first word, she. Is the word she a noun? Is it a person, place, thing, idea, or state of being? Well, you might be thinking, yeah, she's a person, isn't it? Well, let's remember, we have to take the word solely as it is with no change of tense, no background info, no context. So without prior context, you can't actually know who she is. You wouldn't meet a person for the first time and have them introduced to you as she. Someone wouldn't say, Jim, I'd like you to meet my coworker, she. You wouldn't walk up to someone and say, hi, she, how's it going? So she actually can't work as a person. She is replacing a noun, which means that she is actually a pronoun. So nope. And is the word and a noun? Is it a person? Nope. Place? Nope. Thing? Idea? State of being? Definitely not. So this one's an easy no. Definitely not a noun. Her. Is the word her a noun? Is it a person, place, things, idea, state of being? Again, could this be a person? It refers to a person, but we have the same issue as she. Without previous context, without a sentence before giving us the name of the person, we can't know who she is. I mean, she could even be an animal. It's too broad. Now, obviously, if we have this picture, we could figure it out, but if you were reading, she and her would not tell you who the person is. So, not a noun, a pronoun. Cousin. Is the word cousin a noun? Person, place, things, idea, state of being. So is it a person? Yes, it's a role within a family. Yes, it's a noun. And you can also think, if you were introducing someone, you could say, I'd like you to meet my cousin. And then, you would probably say their name, but you could point out someone and say, hey, that's my cousin. So yes, cousin is a noun. Swam. Is the word swam a noun? Person? Place? Nope. Thing? Idea? Nope. State of being? Nope. So definitely not a noun. That one is a verb. For. Is the word for a noun? Person? Nope. Place? Thing? Nope. Idea? Nope. State of being? Nope. So nope, not a noun. Hours. Is the word hours a noun? Person? No. Place? Thing? Ooh, is that a thing? Let's see. Can you stick a number behind it and still have it make sense? 3 hours. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. All right, so we have a noun there. All right, so got ourselves another noun there. In. Is the word in a noun? Person? Nope. Place? Nope. Thing? Nope. Idea? Nope. State of being? Nope. Not a noun. Is the word the a noun? Person? Nope. Place? Nope. Thing? Nope. Idea? Nope. State of being? Nope. So, definitely not a noun. All right, 3 words left to go. Let's look at wonderfully. Is wonderfully a noun? Person? Place? Nope. Thing? Nope. Idea? Nope. State of being? Absolutely not. Not a noun. All right, let's consider the word blue. Is blue a noun? Now, it's obviously not a person or a place, but couldn't blue be a thing? And what about an idea? Because, you can think of the color blue. You can see blue in your head if you imagine it. Definitely not a state of being, though. So we can see it and we can imagine it. Is it a noun? Well, here's where we have to look at how the word is being used. Because the word blue is doing the job of describing the word lake, it's telling us what the lake looks like, It therefore is not a noun, it's an adjective. All right, our last word. Is the word lake a noun? Is it a person? No. Place? Possibly. Thing? Possibly. Not an idea or a state of being. We can go to the lake. We can touch a lake. We can go in a lake. There's many ways in which we can interact with a lake. We can use multiple senses with a lake. We also have another hint. Lake has an adjective right before it, the word blue. So with those clues, we know that lake is definitely a noun. So that sentence had 3 nouns in it. Let's do just a little bit more practice with nouns. So I'm going to show you 2 sentences. I want you to try to find all the nouns in these 2 sentences. And once again, pause the video if you need to, and then you can resume when you're ready. So here are our sentences. Our first sentence is, Ruth treats herself to a colorful cake from her favorite bakery every year on her birthday. Our second sentence is, the plucky little dachshund delightedly seized a giant stick. All right, so pause here if you need to. Figure out where all the nouns are. Are you ready for the answers? So how did you do? Did you find them all? The first sentence, our nouns were Ruth, cake, bakery, year, and birthday. And in our second sentence, dachshund and stick. Stay tuned for our next lesson, where we will pick up with yet another part of speech.